From the Athens Tech Studios, this is the Athens News Podcast. Local news you can use about Athens and Clark County, all in 7 minutes. And now, here are your top stories.
Hello and welcome to the Athens News Podcast. I'm Melissa Carter. UGA has changed some basketball times because of football. Plus, what if you were forced to live under the same roof with your ex? Many such couples are facing that situation, and we'll explain why. But first, here are your top stories brought to you by Drake Realty. Get ready to ring in 2024 with a variety of New Year's Eve events in Athens. Despite falling on a Sunday, the celebration won't be lacking. Bars and breweries will stay open till midnight with New Year's Eve toasts. Options include a 3 or 5 course dinner at 5 and 10, a 5K by Classic Race Services, and a So Brew Co. New Year's Eve Bash at Southern Brewing Company. Enjoy a Fleetwood Mac tribute at the Georgia Theater, an inclusive gathering by Inclusive Recovery Athens, and live bands at Nowhere Bar. Puma U's offers a special tasting menu. Check details and make reservations for a memorable night. This from the Athens Banner-Herald. Sonia Ray, a breast cancer survivor, will turn her journey into hope for others during the Rose Bowl parade on Monday. After facing stage 3B breast cancer twice, Ray founded Harbor of Hope, a nonprofit aiding minority women in their cancer battles and emphasizing the racial disparities in cancer outcomes. Ray will be part of City of Hope's Rose Parade float, sharing her messages of awareness, early detection, and overcoming obstacles. You can see her and the parade on New Year's Day at 11 a.m. This from 11 Alive. In response to the growing need for dementia and Alzheimer's care, the University of Georgia's Cognitive Aging Research and Education Center, otherwise known as CARE, and Athens Community Council on Aging, otherwise known as ACCA, are expanding services. Dr. Don Scott, CARE's medical director, highlights the increasing deficit of care, with Georgia expected to see nearly 200,000 cases in the next 5 years. Both organizations have noticed a surge in demand and are now extending care, exploring telehealth options, and receiving grants for dementia-friendly activities. Despite the positive impact, though, they still face challenges and are seeking volunteers and collaborations. Contact Care Center at uga.edu or visit the ACCA website for more information. This from the Red and Black.
It pays to know your doctor. It pays to know your lawyer. And now more than ever, it pays to know your local real estate professional. Hi, I'm Jeffrey Drake with Drake Realty, and we have 7 offices in the metro Atlanta area, including 2 right here in Cobb County and 1 at Lake Oconee. I'm the proud leader of over 700 agents here in Georgia, and we pride ourselves in professional service, whether you are the buyer or the seller. Drake Realty makes the home buying process seamless from contract to close. Our agents are a little different. They're not pushing for the quick sale and close. They are pushing for the best price and terms for their client. In other words, Drake Realty fights for you. Now's the time to buy that dream home, vacation home, or new home your family deserves. A lot of real estate agents talk big. Let my team at Drake Realty prove they will fight for you. I'm Jeffrey Drake, and I'd be honored to have my team serve you. Visit us online at drakerealty.com. And remember, it's not how quick you sell or buy, it's what the deal provides for your future.
Achieve more with Athens Tech. At Athens Technical College, their programs can connect you with in-demand and high-paying careers.
I graduated from Athens Tech in May and started my job 2 weeks later. I had the job before I left, thanks to my professor, and just focusing on growing a career.
As far as Athens Tech, I think I've been a member of the advisory panel for 10 years now, and it's been an awesome experience.
I'm currently going to Athens Tech. I started out as an accounting major. I've finished all my accounting classes and then switched over to the culinary and baking program.
My name is Alex Lang. I'm an electromechanical engineering student. This is my second year at Athens Tech, and I graduate in December. The long-term goal is to work for the railroad, whether that be Norfolk Southern or CSX.
Achieve more with Athens Tech. Find out more at athenstech.edu.
From 11 Alive's Facebook page, mortgage rates are dipping, but at 7%, the market isn't bouncing back just yet. And couples facing divorce during this peak are finding it financially challenging to part ways. Take the Tantones in Arizona, who decided to divorce in August but remained under the same roof. After 2 months of living together post-breakup, however, the wife moved out, but finding a buyer for their home remains a challenge. Michelle Wetzel said, War of the Roses 2? Rebecca Porter responded, maybe they can find a way to fall back in love. But then Gerard Armata offered, stay married, nothing out there. And Billy Bob said, dude, hide the money from your now ex-wife, save up, buy an RV, and leave. In a record-breaking achievement, the University of Georgia will welcome over 9,000 early action applicants for the class of 2028. With a surge in applications, UGA received over 26,000 early action entries, surpassing last year's high. Georgia residents were at an 8% increase, with over 11,500 applications, while over 15,000 came from out of state. UGA President Jerry Moorhead celebrates the university's reputation for attracting top-tier students. The regular decision deadline is Monday, with final decisions expected in mid-March. This from the University of Georgia. From GeorgiaDogs.com, tip times for Georgia's men and women's basketball doubleheader today have moved up due to the Orange Bowl, which takes place at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Georgia's women's basketball will host Wofford at noon, with the men's team set to tip off against Alabama A&M at 2:30. Anyone with a men's ticket can attend the women's game for free by picking up a ticket at the Stegman Coliseum box office. This is the same procedure for those with a women's ticket who wish to attend the men's game. Now, women's basketball ticket holders will have a seating priority for the women's game, and the men's ticket holders will have a seating priority for the men's game. And speaking of the Orange Bowl, again, that's at 4 o'clock this afternoon, and you can see it on ESPN. 2 suspects have been apprehended in Athens under suspicion of a Pokemon card high spree across Walmart stores in Georgia and South Carolina. The duo, a 50-year-old man from Piedmont, South Carolina, and a 36-year-old from Easley, South Carolina, were arrested in Athens. Their method? One examined the cards while the other brought in a trash can, their own trash can, loading the stolen cards before a swift exit. They were traced back to a Walmart on Lexington Road earlier this month. Police say they were lucky to have the tag number from South Carolina, so they knew the vehicle involved. This from the Athens Banner-Herald.
Thanks for listening to the Athens News Podcast. Make sure you subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
This podcast is a production of BG Ad Group. All rights reserved.
This podcast aggregate content from other sources for informational purposes and is in no way trying to infringe on the copyrights or businesses of any other entities. All content posted up on the site is used under the Fair Use Copyright Law 107. All audio, media, and articles are copyrighted to the original owners. All audio on this podcast are embedded from YouTube.com and are owned by their respective copyright owners. No audio information are copyrighted or stored on our servers. The court ruled that linking or embedding copyrighted videos is not copyright infringement, even if the source video was uploaded without permission. However, we will gladly remove any audio clip upon valid request from respective copyright owners. Any owners also have the option to disable embedding his YouTube videos on other websites. News and press articles are owned by the respective copyright owners. Where possible, the appropriate accreditation or source of the article is given on the same page. The audio-video files on the site are for listening purposes only. Downloading of these files to one's computer is strictly prohibited. They are owned by the respective copyright owners. If it is in the organization's belief that the usage or specific content used on our site containing copyrighted knowledge conflicts with authorized use and or does not comply with fair use as described in the context, contact us through our contact page and we will remove the offending content immediately. Thanks for listening to the Athens News Podcast.